Hello everyone. Today we will learn about chemical coordination and integration. This is chapter number 22 in your 11th class biology book. In this video we will learn about human endocrine system, its glands and types of glands and definition of hormones. Let's start it. Human endocrine system. Human endocrine system is a system of glands, mainly the endocrine glands, which produce certain secretions to control the body metabolic rate and to control the body functions. Firstly, we will learn about gland. What is gland? It is a group of cells in the body which will synthesize a substance known as hormone or produce certain secretion within the body which control the overall functioning of the body. In this diagram, you can see that there is a hypothalamus gland, pineal gland and pituitary gland in the brain part of the human body, and thyroid gland which is found in the neck region of human body. Pituitary gland is also known as master gland of human body because it control other glands also and overall control the body, all body functions. Now, types of glands. Based on the mode of the secretions, there are two types of glands, that is endocrine glands and the exocrine glands. Endocrine glands are also known as ductless glands. They don't have any duct or tube which carry its secretion to the various parts of the body. Their secretions are directly released into the blood, and from the blood it is carried to the various parts of the body and do their functions thereon on particular organs. Whereas exocrine glands have ducts, they have tube-like structure, and their secretions are, when the secretion is secreted from these glands, these are collected in certain area and through that duct it will move to that particular organ. The duct may open outside the body to release their secretion, like sweat glands are the examples of exocrine glands. Even digestive juices which are secreted in our body, they are also secreted by certain kinds of exocrine glands. Lacrimal glands are there in our body. Mammary glands which produce milk, these all are the exocrine glands. This diagram is depicting the type of gland, that is endocrine gland and exocrine gland. Here you can easily correlate that what kind of gland it is and how the secretions are released. Here it is written endocrine tissue. These tissue will pour their secretions directly into the blood, and through the blood it is carried to the various organs. These tissues by exocytosis process release their secretions into the blood. Whereas exocrine gland, here you can see the arrangement of exocrine gland. These are the cells of exocrine gland and this is the duct part of the exocrine gland. These cells will secrete their secretions, and through this duct the secretion will be released onto the surface of that organ. Exocrine glands produce certain substances, but these substances are not hormones. These are simply the secretions which are released through the ducts to the exterior of the body, such as in the form of sweat, saliva or tear. These secretions are from the exocrine glands, and these secretions help in regulating the body temperature. They protect the skin and eyes, and even also help the mothers to feed their young ones, to feed their babies by producing breast milk. The examples of exocrine gland are salivary glands which produce saliva, and saliva contain an enzyme, salivary amylase, which help in digestion of starch, or we can say digestion of carbohydrate. Then sweat glands which produce sweat. When the outside temperature is high, your body sweat profusely, and that sweat is secreted by the sweat glands. Then sebaceous glands are the oil secreting glands. Then lacrimal glands are there which produce tears. Mammary glands which are responsible for producing milk. This diagram is depicting the example of exocrine gland. Here you can see the sweat gland, and this gland will produce secretion known as sweat, and this secretion through this tube will be released on the surface of the skin. Here the oil gland, which is sebaceous gland, is also shown to you, and this is a hair follicle. Here you can see this is a hair follicle, and beneath this hair follicle there is a oil gland which will secrete oil, and that's oil through this duct will spread throughout your hair and thus nurture or nourish your hair with the oily secretions. Now, types of exocrine glands. On the basis of arrangement of cells in exocrine glands, these can be unicellular, like goblet cells. Here you can see single gland cell in the epithelial lining of the small intestine. You can find this in the goblet cell. You can find these kind of cells in your digestive system and your respiratory passages. These will release their secretion directly into the intestine or into the respiratory system. Then there is simple straight tubular gland having the cells are arranged in the form of a tube, and they secrete their secretions, and through this tube they will be released to the surface of the organ. The example of such glands are found in the stomach and colon. Then simple branched tubular glands which are found in the lower portion of the stomach. Then this is the coiled tubular gland which is found in the stomach and small intestine. Then simple acinar cell. These are the sebaceous glands of the skin are of this category. They are simple acinar exocrine glands. Then simple branched acinar cells. Again, certain sebaceous glands are arranged in this manner, in the branched manner, and they are the acinar cells. Then mucous glands of the duodenum, they are the compound tubular gland having such kind of arrangement, and compound acinar glands are found in the mammary gland which are responsible for the secretion of milk and found in the breast of the mother, and these glands start producing their secretion after the birth of the baby. Now compound tubulo-acinar cells, these are found in the pancreas. Now endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are ductless glands. They don't have ducts and they are also known as ductless glands. They pour their secretions directly into the blood, and these secretions are known as hormones. Now what are hormones? Hormones are no nutrient chemicals which act as intercellular messengers and are produced in trace amount, and they control the overall functioning of the body. These hormones control certain important functions like growth and development is controlled by hormones. Basal metabolic rate, or we can say metabolic activities or metabolism of the body, is controlled by hormones. Mood, anxiety, stress, that is also controlled by our that is also when we face certain kind of stress, our hormonal level also changes. So this means hormones also control our mood. And reproduction, which is the important process for the continuity of the life, that is also controlled by hormones. Now endocrine glands, example of endocrine glands: hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal. These all are endocrine glands which are found in the brain. Thyroid gland, which is also an endocrine gland, but it is found in the neck region. Adrenal gland, which is an endocrine gland found on the top of the kidney. It is a triangular shaped gland. Then there are certain organs which act as endocrine tissues also and act as glands also. These are pancreas. Pancreas is a leaf-like structure found just below the stomach. Then kidneys also produce certain secretions and act as endocrine tissues. Ovaries in female reproductive system and testes in male reproductive system also act as endocrine glands. This structure, this diagram depicts the location of these glands. Hypothalamus, here you can see hypothalamus, which is the main part of the endocrine gland, and it stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete its secretions, to release hormones. And pituitary, which is the master gland of the body, then produce its secretions, produce hormones and regulate other organs or other glands to secrete the hormones and to control the overall body activities. Then pineal gland is there in the brain part of the human body. Then thyroid gland, which is found in the neck region, and behind the thyroid gland there is parathyroid gland. In the chest region there is a thymus gland. Then below the stomach there is a leaf-like structure known as pancreas, and this acts as exocrine as well as endocrine gland. We will do later on in next slides. Its functioning we will do in the next slides. Then adrenal gland, which is found on the top of the kidney, which is a triangular shaped gland. Then ovaries, which are found in the female reproductive system in the abdominal region, these are located. And testes are found in the male reproductive system, and they lie outside abdominal cavity. This slide again depicts explain the type of glands like hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, adrenal, pancreas, testes and ovaries. And beside these, in addition to these organs, tissues like in addition to these glands, organs or tissues like stomach, small intestine, heart, kidney, placenta, they also secrete hormone. Placenta secrete hormone during pregnancy. Let's recapitulate. We have learnt about chemical coordination, that how our body produce chemicals, and these chemicals are known as hormones. And these hormones also help in coordinating the various body activities. Our nervous system and our endocrine system, they both work together and they control and coordinate body functions. Then we have learnt about glands, which is a collection of tissues or cells and produce certain secretions. These secretions may be the oily secretions, they may be in the form of sweat, maybe in the form of tears, maybe in the form of hormones. And on the basis of their secretions, on the basis of the ducts present in it, it may be exocrine gland or it may be endocrine gland. Exocrine glands are the glands which have ducts, whereas endocrine glands are the glands which don't have ducts. Endocrine glands are known as ductless glands. And in this chapter, basically we have to concentrate majorly on the endocrine glands and their secretions. The example of exocrine glands are sweat glands, which produce sweat, salivary gland, which produce saliva, that is also a duct gland. Then mammary gland producing milk, and lacrimal gland, these are exocrine glands. Whereas endocrine gland examples, which we will do in next videos in detail, that is hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenals, pancreas, ovaries, testes, and so on. I hope you enjoyed this. That's all for today, students. Thank you.